Welcome, crypto fam, to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. In today's show, I'll be breaking down the latest Bitcoin technical analysis, as well as breaking news. El Salvador proposes using Bitcoin in trade operations with Russia. That's right. Also, Donald Trump launches Bitcoin sneaker collection after speaking at the Bitcoin 2024 conference in Nashville. We'll also be discussing Tether reports record-breaking profit of $5.2 billion for the first half of 2024, as well as Grayscale's GBTC spinoff, Bitcoin Mini Trust, officially goes live on the NYSE ARCA. We'll also be discussing a crypto analyst uses historical data to predict the Bitcoin price reaching 200,000 per coin. And speaking of bullish price predictions, we're also going to be sharing the latest prediction from Michael Saylor in Nashville, suggesting his bullish scenario, sending Bitcoin soaring to 49 million per coin, as well as presidential hopeful RFK Jr. says his administration will gobble up 4 million Bitcoin as a strategic reserve asset for the United States. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. All this, plus so much more, in today's show. Welcome, crypto fam. What it do? Shout out everyone in that live chat. We're streaming right now on X, Rumble, and the YouTube. Make sure to repost this. Anyone who reposts the stream over on X with a quote will get reposted, shout it out, and I'll also heart you, of course, and show you a lot of love. So I appreciate all support, broskies, siskies, and family alike. Little Germ, what it do? DNA Noonan, Short Coin, James Jones, Mike Jones, where you at? Also, of course, shout out to the Hodl Gang. Shout out Greg, Ahoy Captain JV, Bitcoin Pirate Shipmates, Beautiful Mermaids, Hodl Fast, Man Battle the Stations. Let's sell them their legacy. Happy to hodl for the losers. What up, LT? Good to see you. Judson in the building. Houston, we have liftoff. Amen.
Oh my gosh, it's finally almost here. JV is going to talk to us. Crypto news is near. I can't stand waiting. There is no debating. I waited all day. Maybe I need a life, but Bitcoin is all I can think about day and night. Hurry, JV.
Welcome everyone to the live stream. I'm going to be streaming for the next couple of hours. So if you guys can repost this on X, I already have it pinned, so it's very easy to find at the top of my profile. Shout out Sergio. I appreciate the first one to repost. And anyone, again, who reposts the live stream will get reposted and shouted out live on air. We've been doing this, and because of it, getting thousands of people on the stream on X, so it does help. So we appreciate the activity, especially all the comments. If you want to interact in the chat, you got to visit the YouTube channel. Direct link is cryptonewsalerts.net. Shout out Mark. Hello, fam. Excellent opportunity to buy that dip, 100%. Shout out James Jones, Big Jones in the digital building. Let's go, Lake the Great, stress-free VIP. Jasmine Deso buying the dip says this is the way. Let's go, Moonstrong Island representing. Johnny Thompson, keep up the great work. Go UAE to be the first triple maxi company, hopefully being announced around November 2024. USA may just stick to being a normie, says Jonathan Stelly. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, everyone. Just joining us. I'm just reposting all the fam right now. Shout out Metal Code. I greatly appreciate the repost. He wrote JV Daily Crypto Briefing Time now. Hodlers just reposted, family, and I am following you on X, so I appreciate that. Let's see who else. Chance Bit, I appreciate it as well. And again, anyone who reposts the stream, shout out Devon, aka Short Coin, just reposted your comment. Best Crypto Podcast, greatly appreciate that. Shout out Diana and everyone who reposted the the notification before we went live as well. Greatly appreciate that. So let's freaking go. What's popping? What's good? What's new? Happy hump day, pump day. We do have a poll in the live chat. I want to know, who do you think is going to be the 2024 U.S. presidential winner? Will it be Trump? Will it be Harris? Will it be RFK Jr.? Could it be Big Mike? A wild card. Let me know your thoughts. And shout out Sergio for the hookup on the cap. If you want yourself a custom Bukele cap like this, visit bitcoincaps.net. And Sergio's the guy who creates all the hats exclusively for Max Kaiser and Nayib Bukele. and JV. Country, not company, reposted on the Twitter page. Thank you, Jonathan. Appreciate it, broski. Appreciate the support. Welcome everyone joining the stream. We are going to be premiering a brand new music video by Chandy later on during the Rumble session. We got some new music for you. Not sure why Bitcoin would dump the last 4-hour market close. The big boys are scooping up the cheaper BTC. The test by the BTC after the market closes. Know it. What would Elon say on X? Hopefully Elon will just smash the repost button and share JV's stream and help me get 20 million people on the stream. That's what he should do. Raining like clockwork here in Florida, North Florida. Right on. What city? Shout out Florida fam. It's been rainy here in Puerto Rico, at least yesterday and the day before. Rain all day. Today, we actually got fairly clear skies, a little cloudy. No rain. It was raining earlier, though, so we got to go on a nice walk, me and the Nipinator. Shout out to the Nipsinator. You already know, family, holding it down as we always do. But anyways, fam, I'm going to be streaming next 2 hours. Welcome to the podcast. Lots to share. Final day of the month. We're going to get a monthly close here for July. I was hoping to get above 70 as we did almost tap 70 just the other day. But unfortunately, we started correcting off the back of the news of that $2 billion from the U.S. government being moved to another wallet. And currently, we're just above 65,200. Let's see how the rest of the day goes. It's raining here in Maine. Catch me a lobster and eat it for me, broski. LT. I know all the lobster products that I buy from Costco always says from Maine. The lobster ravioli, that is. It's another heat wave in Idaho. 89 degrees at 2 o'clock. Damn. Yeah, that's pretty hot. It's hot across the board, I think. I think there's a heat wave sweeping the nation right now. But anyways, fam, if you're new to the channel, very important to smash those likes. Go ahead and subscribe to the #1 Daily Bitcoin Pod. Also hit the bell icon. That way you turn on all notifications to get notified each and every day when JV goes live. Today is pod episode number 1717. I'm your host, JV. It is July 31st, 2024. Final day of the month. Let's see where the monthly close will likely take us, but let's kick off the show with our market watch, as we do each and every day. Bitcoin, Ether, Solana, all the major cryptos correcting and in the red, minus XRP, ICP, and COS. And checking out CoinMarketCap.com. We're currently sitting on a 2.35 trillion total crypto market cap, with the Bitcoin market cap just shy of 1.29 trillion. We did tap 1.3 just the other day, what we have been correcting since. You can see 65 billion worth of volume past 24 hours. Bitcoin dominance on the decline, 54.8%, with the Ether dominance at 16.7%. Checking out top 100 crypto gainers for the past 24 hours. We got Beam leading the pack, followed by MOG and ICP, followed by Aave and CFX. Let me know which alts, if any, you're bullish on for the bull, and I'll read your comments out loud here shortly. And checking out the crypto bubbles to get a visual perspective. On the daily, safe to say 85% of the market correcting and in the red, but we do have a handful in the green. And zooming out on the monthly, I'd say 70% in the red, 30%-ish in the green. And checking out the crypto greed and fear index, today is a 61 greed, yesterday 67, last week a 69, and last month a 53, which is neutral. So there you have it. Crypto bros, where do you feel this price action will take us before the end of the day to close out the month? Holla at your boy. 105 in Las Vegas today. Dry heat, baby. Come visit us, fam. We got plenty of the pools and cold drinks, baby. Shout out Judson representing Vegas. Home of Bugsy Siegel. And did it all legal. Wonder why the $2 billion government dump causes Bitcoin to go anywhere. The ETFs and corporations have bought well over $100 billion in the Bitcoin in the last 4 months. Good point. And the price doesn't budge. There will be an alpha candle soon. You can't stop the inevitable. Alpha candle, let's get it. Omega candle, God candle, JV candle, Bukele candle, Kaiser candle, Saylor candle, Wood candle, all in one. It's time. Let's go. Shout out Bitcoin Surge. Good to see you, broski. What's poppin'? What's good in the hood? You still in Mexico? Or you back home in New York? Let me know. Glad I finally caught the live stream after a week of being away. Welcome back, Chris Klein. It's not the same without you, broski. Loud and clear, JV. Appreciate you, homie. Take some profit off the table, folks, says Crazy Frenchman. You crazy French folk. Hiya, shorts. And don't forget, fam, there's a live poll in the chat. I want to know, who do you think is going to be the 2024 U.S. presidential winner? Will it be Trump? Will it be Harris? Will it be RFK Jr.? Or will it be a wild card such as Big Mike? Expect the unexpected. I once heard that. Musk says Bitcoin has some merit. Go Musk. Nipsey candle, eh? Yeah, we're ready for the Nipinator candle. You already know. And make sure to subscribe to the #1 Bitcoin music channel, hands down. Chandy 10 Music, link in the chat. You can visit her over on the tube. Make sure to subscribe. She just smashed 86,000 subs, well on her way to 100,000. And make sure to follow her on X, Chandy R. Gregory. She actually dropped, I think, 2 recent tracks. We're going to be premiering one a little later in the stream, which is the Nashville Jammy Jam, the final version with the video she took. She went to the event, took a lot of B-roll. Video is lit. And she also just created a new jam last night. You can also find that on her channel right now. So make sure to check it out. Show her some support. Welcome, everyone. Join the stream. Shout out Dirty. Shout out Melda. It's good to have you back as well, sis. What's poppin'? What's good? 65 G's on the money. You know what that means? Great buying opportunity, fam.
Buying
Opportunity for 5th level sexy G's.
What do you think, JV?
Who cares about a roaring kitty? Boring kitty. Me, I'm for the bitty. I'm for the Nipinator. I'm for Nipsey.
Not for the weirdo Kit Kat kitty cat. The kitty cat. I'm for stacking the sats. Stack the sats. Ain't no thing, baby.
It's a chance to stack those sats. Chance to stack those bitties.
Baby, you never heard about me.
What another coin.
Bitcoin.
I got my mind on my Bitcoin and my Bitcoin on my mind. Shout out Eric, says listening on my drive home anytime, anywhere. Appreciate it, broski. Appreciate the support. Safe drive in there, brother. Enjoy the stream. Shout out Double Niggle. What it do? Shout out Chandy 10 Music. There is no second best. Podcaster, the best is live now. Join the Rumble. Join the chat. Thank you so much. And I appreciate the reminder, because those of you on X who are watching the stream, I encourage you to participate in the chat, considering it's a live and interactive show. The direct YouTube link is at cryptonewsalerts.net, and I just reposted Chandy's. You'll find the link in there as well. LT says, come and get your daily dose of the alpha crypto news from JV in Puerto Rico. Appreciate it. Just reposted Jabrowski. Also, shout out Diana. I see you just reposted as well. Put live now. Thank you very much. And again, a shout out to Short Coin and the rest of the fam. Appreciate all the support. Let's go. Yeah, 60 G's is a buying opportunity.
60 G's, 60 G's, a buying opportunity. Don't Bitcoin. But I don't sweat it, because it's just pathetic to let it get me involved in that sell on the dip crowd, sell on the dip crowd, dip sell, dope sell, no sell, no Bitcoin sell. I'm no sellout.
Woo, woo. Laser says Bitcoin releases every 10 minutes, 200,000 US debt, 70 million in 10 minutes. Yeah, I saw something earlier that said with the $35 trillion national debt, it's like every human being in America is like $180,000 underwater, something like that. Crazy. 3 weeks ago, there were over 10 billion in 30-day shorts. The current liquidation heat map shorts sitting less than 2.8 billion at 73.7. The bears have found the exit door. Let's get it. I thought he said Melda, but don't see her. Well, I saw Melda last night on the premiere, and I saw her name in there, so I just shouted her out. We communicated last night during the premiere, so she's doing better, she says. Breathe in, biddies, breathe out. Stress, imagination rules the world. There is no second best. There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin, right? But anyways, fam, welcome everyone to the stream. I see we got 400 people live and in the flesh. And again, if you guys can repost this on X, I'll repost, follow, and shout you out. So let's make it happen. I'll be checking the stream, the feed throughout the stream. But let's dive into today's Bitcoin technical analysis. Check out some of the charts, including some of the live charts, so we can see where Bitcoin is likely heading next. This headline reads, Bitcoin traders see 63,000 sweep with FOMC. Bitcoin price monthly closes next. As you know, it's the final day of the month. So yeah, here you're looking at the 1 hour chart. Bitcoin saw volatility at the July 31st Wall Street Open as markets brace for the US macro events on the monthly close. TradingView showed highs of 66.8 on Bitstamp ahead of the Federal Reserve decision on interest rate changes. The markets do not expect the FOMC to alter rates until September, and that's according to the CME Group's FedWatch tool. But it is subsequent commentary from the Fed chairman, Jay Powell, on the traders' radar, quoting QCP Capital. We anticipate increased volatility ahead of tonight's FOMC. We do not expect a cut and place higher importance on the statement and Powell's presser after. Our base case is for one cut in September and December each. We remain wary of a deviation from the current expectations, which would trigger risk-off moves across all assets, including crypto. Such a scenario would indicate the Federal Reserve's perception of heightened economic challenges. Other macro data on the day emphasized the chance of that scenario playing out. In Europe, the Eurozone inflation quickened to 2.6%, beyond expectations of 2.5%. And the Kabisi letter shared that the core inflation in Europe is 2.9% above expectations of 2.8%. Whoa. Inflation is back on the rise in Europe, and at least that's what they're willing to report. We all know inflation is way higher than the metrics they share with us, but I digress. Tuning into Bitcoin itself, we had material indicators said firmly, we'll wait and see mode ahead of the Fed, as well as the monthly candle close around the corner, quoting them here. Whatever the case, it's safe to say we have a recipe for volatility through the monthly candle close and open. Alan highlighted the 21-week simple moving average at 65.7, which we're currently just below, as the key level to hold on the event in the downside volatility, quoting him here. Losing the 21-week moving average would open the door to fill some CME gaps, but at the moment, we do have some bid support laddered in the 63 to 65 range. Needless to say, the market is waiting for Jay Powell to drop some hints and the monthly close. Meanwhile, CoinGlass showed the order book buy liquidity increasing to 65.5, quoting them here. Mark Cullen, I was expecting Bitcoin to provide us with a bit more of a bounce yesterday, but ultimately I'm still looking for that 63 range low to get swept. And we're currently just 2,000 away. Currently, Bitcoin is sitting at the median of the range, but I'm expecting more volatility today with the FOMC rate decision looming. So there you have it. And before we pull up the live chat, some breaking news in the headlines. El Salvador proposes using Bitcoin in trade operations with Russia. Let's go. Also, more breaking news. Donald Trump launches Bitcoin sneaker collection after speaking at the Bitcoin 2024 conference in Nashville. Let me know what you think of these guys. These are the new, Bitcoin boots. It says Trump, crypto president with the Bitcoin logo. And I'm going to read you Trump's actual post from True Social. Just spoke at the Bitcoin conference in Nashville, Tennessee on Saturday. It was great. Get your Bitcoin sneakers now. These are limited edition. They are each numbered, and you now can pay with Bitcoin or your favorite crypto. Go to gettrumpsneakers.com before they're gone. Now, talk about season opportunities. He also raised, I believe, $25 million from speaking at the event in political donations. There are a lot of people donating to Trump, clearly a lot of Bitcoiners with a lot of money, and now he's raising additional money by selling the shoes. Let me know what your thoughts are on the sneakers for the Trump pump. Holla. And now let's check out some of the live chart action. This is the 1 hour chart on your screen right now. You can see we're hovering now under 65,000. We're dropping. You can see the red candles there in the hourly chart. We're hovering just above $64,800, and we do have a target sitting all the way down at $54,500. Now let's zoom out a little. We'll go to the 4 hour chart next. And again, this is live and in the flesh, live chart action, family, brought to you by TradingView via Coinbase. As you can see, we do have a rising wedge formation on the 4 hour, but we do have two big red candles, unfortunately. And we also have a target sitting at 54.3 on the 4 hour chart. And zooming out a little more, we'll check out the 1 day. Here's the 1 day chart for you. You can see the last 3 days have been bearish, unfortunately. Before that, we did have 3 green consecutive candles, and we were working our way towards reclaiming 70,000, but we fell just short, currently consolidating. Let's zoom out a little more to the most bullish chart on Bitcoin, which is the 1 week. You can see there's the bullish flag formation still intact, and we do have that cup and handles target sitting just shy of $126,000. And as I shared in yesterday's podcast, I shared Plan B, creator of the Bitcoin stock to flow model, projecting Bitcoin to double in value between 3 to 5 months from now, from the current price, which would take us to roughly 140,000 from the time he made the prediction when we were closer to $70,000. And let's zoom out one more time and we'll check out the 1 month chart. Again, we're going to get a candle close here shortly. Hopefully it's in the green. Currently it shows we're still in the green, so I guess we'd have to maintain from where we're at, not continue consolidating. But as you can see, we had the 7 green consecutive monthly candle closes, then we had the corrective red, then green, then red, then green, and let's see if we can continue the bullish momentum heading into August. So there you have it, my crypto fam. Let me know where you feel the price will likely take us next. Jerome is in a tough spot, and he knows it. There is no real solution to the Fed rate or the U.S. government spending. As he said, it is on an unsustainable path. You can say that again. Super unsustainable. It's impossible to pay off the debt. And I think that was one of Max Kaiser's bullet points in his speech that he gave in Nashville, is ultimately the Federal Reserve controls the money printing. And as long as they're printing money, there's no way for them to have inflation under control, as they pretend to be. Oh, don't worry, we got inflation under control. I'm sure you do. Continue to print that money because Bitcoin's going up forever, because fiat has no bottom. Tis what it is. GOMS is calling for 54,300. I don't think we dipped that low. Can we potentially hit 58? We do have a CME futures gap open at that level, so there's a possibility. Salam family, shout out Muhammad, Bitcoin to 32. I must give it to Muhammad. He's been calling 32 forever. Still in the play, he says. And then the Allah candle, the 125 to 231. It's guaranteed. DESO is crashing. What does the DESO stand for? Solana is next in ICP to 5Gs, says Muhammad. We all love the pump, but he happy the dips are a great time to accumulate more of the biddy. 1 BTC is always worth 1 BTC. Well said, family. Not quite my style, Devon. More of an Adidas Gazelle guy. Gazelle? What's an Adidas Gazelle, eh? Oompa Loompas printing the money. You damn straight. Precisely what they're going to continue to do. And as long as they do that, causes more inflation. Hence, it is not under control. I repeat, inflation is not under control. Don't listen to JPal. They will mislead you. Do not listen to Miss Yellen. Binance. She's now looking to raise $3 trillion to fight like global warming. So don't give her $3 trillion, please, family. It's a scam. What would Max say? Hold on.
Wall Street is fraud, America is fraud, the world is fraud, banks are fraud, central banks are fraud. We live in an era of fraud. It's all based on fraud, and they get a percentage of the fraud. That's the business model.
It's all based on fraud. They get a percentage of the fraud. It's the business model. Glad to hear you're enjoying the spin drifts. It's one of my favorite drinks. It's just carbonated water. There's nothing artificial, no sugar added. The only ingredients is carbonated water. This one actually has a different new flavor. This one has cherry puree, lime juice, lemon juice, and hibiscus, which is for the color. But this is the new pink lemonade flavor, so it has other ingredients. But yeah, the reason I like it as well, it's just carbonated water, lime, or carbonated water, lemon, and just like whatever it is. And they're actually pretty good. So one of my favorite drinks. I'm eating Taco Bell, Polo Burrito, watch Pollo, a live stream. I'm happy. Nom, 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 nom. Shout out, the buck stops here. Appreciate it, broski. Binance. That's her. If Muhammad is right, then look forward to 50G drop. Have you a parachute packed? Amen. California's Department of the Motor Vehicles, the DMV, has digitized 42 million car titles on the Avalanche using the blockchain tech in a bid to detect fraud and make the title transfer process smoother. That's what's up. I didn't know they were using Avalanche for that. Shout out to the California Department of the Motor Vehicles. Shout out Grant Noakes. Appreciate you sharing. That's right. We do have a Discord. It's free to join, family. Discord.cryptonewsalerts.net. I think Spindrift needs to send me some sponsorship money. That's what we need to do. Shout out Diana. I appreciate the repost. Shout out DJ Lord Buck. Again, anyone who reposts the live stream, you'll notice it pinned at the top of my X feed. Repost it with a quote and I will shout you out. I'll follow you and repost you as well. Lord Buck wrote, catch the most informative crypto live stream now with my main man, JV. Thank you, Mr. Lord Buck. Appreciate you, broski. And listening. Yeah, good stuff. Appreciate you guys. Keep the comments flowing. We're going to be streaming at least for the next 90 minutes. We're just getting started, family. And welcome everyone joining the stream. What is the second best? There is no second best. There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin, right? But you already know. Yeah, next story of the day. Now we broke down the latest TA. Here's what's happening with Tether. Check this out. Tether reports a record-breaking profit of $5.2 billion for the first half of 2024. Pretty impressive, yo. This is wild. As outlined here by Watcher Guru, quarter two also revealed unprecedented achievement in direct and indirect ownership of U.S. Treasuries, surpassing $97 billion, which is a new all-time high, according to the Tether press release. Tether's group equity increased by $520 million after considering the drop of the Bitcoin price. Furthermore, the company says that part of the profits of the second quarter were reinvested in strategic projects. These projects include support for the Tether ecosystem, while maintaining a sizable amount of excess reserves at $5.3 billion to further the stability of USDT. In quarter two this year, over $8.3 billion in USDT has been issued. The reserves for USDT in circulation amount hit $118 billion. Pretty impressive there. Shout out Tether USDT. Now, Paolo, the company's CEO, commented on the company's impressive Q2 in a statement, quoting him here, with the second quarter attestation of 2024, Tether has only again demonstrated its unwavering commitment to transparency, stability, liquidity, and responsible risk management. As shown in the latest report, Tether continues to shatter records with a new profit benchmark of $5.2 billion for the first half of the year. With Tether Group's own equity reaching $11.9 billion, Tether has achieved an impressive and unmatched financial strength, enabling it to continue leading the stablecoin industry in stability and liquidity, as well as to bring its expertise across different areas such as AI, biotech, and telecommunications. So there you have it, yo. Massive win for Tether USDT, the number one stablecoin on the planet, and they also are firm believers in Bitcoin. So they actually have Bitcoin on the balance sheet. Unfortunately, that particular article didn't dissect the exact numbers of how much Bitcoin, but I'm sure we can find that data. If anyone can pull that up, I'm happy to read that information out loud. Now, clearly, Tether/USDT was the very first stable coin. They have the largest market cap by far, and they are way superior to Circle's USDC. In fact, Circle is an enemy company of Bitcoin, so please do not support them. Only support those that support the biddy. Now, Tether USDT is also a legal tender out in El Salvador with Nayib Bukele as well. It's Bitcoin and Tether. Why is that? Because they need a trusted stable coin. So those that can convert their Bitcoin into Tether or vice versa can do so. So the two cryptos that are legal tender in the nation of El Salvador is Bitcoin and Tether USDT. And I even believe that Tether has their headquarters now in El Salvador, as well as many of the smart companies and smart money is moving to Bitcoin country. And shout out to my boy Bukele, by the way, and shout out Sergio for hooking up the hat. BitcoinCaps.net if you'd like to get yourself one of these Batman Bukele caps. Now you know. Repost to the repost on the repost before the repo from the repo. You got that right. Peter Schiff's mom is the second best. I've had better. Says bring facts. Okay, now talking about Peter Schiff's mama. Eating BEFD today. XRP is the third best. Says the everlasting bliss. Hey, buy every frickin' dip. What's going on? Shout out Trini. Shout out Facts. Shout out Sat Wise Jenks. What up with the cat ladies like Lindsey Graham? I don't even know who Lindsey Graham is, but that's funny. Apparently, people did not like what Powell said at the FOMC meeting. We're down to 64.8. Apparently so. Apparently, no one trusts Jay Powell. And I don't think you should trust Jay Powell because Jay Powell ain't your motherfucking pal. Just like PayPal ain't your motherfucking pal. And just like Tommy ain't your motherfucking boy. And I'm quoting the Jizza from the Liquid Swords on that one. You feel me? Big up G. Shout out DJ Wednesday. Welcome to the stream, and shout out to all my Puerto Rico fam representing. Shout out Jay Beezy. Hit the likes, you bunch of DJs. See, it's not the same without Beezy here, but enjoy. 69 Gs, don't worry. When we're done consolidating, we'll be right back. 69.
Bitcoin. Roger out, Roger out.
It's red panty night when you sanctify me, eh? Back at home with your wife.
It's a
celebration. People are always saying about
I talk the talk the talk. Well, guess what? I back it up. I back it up.
We've been climbing, aim for $1 million climaxing, never stopping. Bitcoin is rising. We already hit 67K, and now we're aiming up, up.
Let's get it. And appreciate those reposts. I just reposted everyone on the stream there. Shout out everyone in the chat right now. I see we got over 700 people on the stream. We are streaming on X, Rumble, and the YouTube. I'm going to be streaming for the next 90 minutes. Happy 420 family. Shout out to everyone on the stream. The Nippinator included, holding it down. Still got a lot to share. Let's dive into our next story, eh? Next story says... Actually, we're going to be discussing the GBTC spinoff, then a 200,000 target, then RFK Jr.'s 4 million Bitcoin target goal of stacking 4 million Bitcoin for the United States of America, followed by Michael Saylor's most bullish prediction of 49 million with his bull scenario, in which he recently shared. So got a lot to cover, family. Welcome everyone on the stream. So yeah, headline reads, Grayscale's GBTC spinoff, Bitcoin mini trust goes live on the NYSE Arca. That's right. The American crypto investment firm Grayscale is diversifying its spot Bitcoin ETF, launching a spinoff of the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust ETF. And I think this is good. Clearly, it's going to be lower fees, and that's the biggest drawdown of the current one. Grayscale officially announced its Grayscale Bitcoin Mini Trust debuted trading on the electronics Securities Exchange, NYSE Arca, at 8 a.m. this morning. The Grayscale Bitcoin Mini Trust, positioned as a spinoff of the spot Bitcoin ETF that Grayscale started trading back in January on the 11th. Following approval from the US SEC, the new investment product is now listed on the NYSE Arca as a spot Bitcoin ETP, exchange-traded product, under the ticker BTC. Can't forget that one. And Grayscale explained that the Grayscale Bitcoin Mini Trust was established by distributing 10% of the GBTC underlying Bitcoin to BTC, a process they describe as involving innovative mechanics of initial seeding. The spot Bitcoin ETP begins trading with a net asset value per share of $5.84 and $1.7 billion in assets under management as of July 30th. Yesterday. Grayscale mentioned that the Grayscale Bitcoin Mini Trust is not registered under the Investment Company Act of 1940 and is not subject to regulation under the Investment Company Act of 1940. Unlike most mutual funds, there's what they shared. Bitcoin's distribution event is colloquially, I don't know this term, known as a spinoff, and is a corporate action that is not expected to be taxable event for GBTC, nor any beneficial owner of GBTC shares as of the previously announced record date of July 30th, 2024. Investors are encouraged to consult a tax advisor for related tax guidance. Now, according to Grayscale's head of ETFs, David Laval, the purpose of the Grayscale Bitcoin Mini Trust is to help further lower the barrier to accessing Bitcoin in an SEC-regulated investment vehicle. Grayscale's head of strategic partnerships, John Hoffman, highlighted that the Grayscale Bitcoin Mini Trust is the first mini Bitcoin ETP launched in the U.S., quoting him here, with built-in liquidity, a diversified shareholder base, and an accessible share price. Bitcoin is one of the most efficient tools for investors and financial professionals seeking to add low cost, long-term exposure to Bitcoin to their investment accounts. And according to the announcement, Grayscale Bitcoin Mini Trust fee is only 0.15%, while brokerage fees and other expenses may still apply. Well, that's a lot better than the initial 2.5% fee from the GBTC product that went live for the Bitcoin ETF, which got converted from their trust earlier in the year. So would you rather pay 2.5% or 0.15%? Truly a no-brainer. Why don't they just change the fee of the original one from 2.5% lower? I don't know. If anyone has the answer to that, let me know, family. But there you have it. There's the latest with the mini spin-off of GBTC. Orange Scale, bring facts. Why GBTC would dump over half their Bitcoin is mind-boggling. Why didn't they just lower their fees when the ETFs hit the street? I think there's a lot behind closed doors on why they had to do that. even consider Barry Silbert stepped down. Like, a lot was happening. So who really knows what the truth behind it all is? But that's a great question. Why would they allow getting rid of half their Bitcoin supply, whatever it was, when they were the largest holder of Bitcoin? They once had, I think, over 400,000 or 600,000 Bitcoin. And now BlackRock is the prevailing leader. Go figure. It only took BlackRock 6 months to achieve that. And it took MicroStrategy 4 years to get to 220,000 Bitcoin. BlackRock just shattered that in literally 6 months. Orange Rock, that's more like it. There you go, facts. Breaking, Strategic Bitcoin Reserve Bill officially introduced. That's right, Cynthia Lummis, let's go. U.S. to buy and hold 1 million BTC provides pathway for the states to hold the biddy. Right on, Jonathan Stelly. Thanks for the reminder. I did see that earlier. Cynthia Lummis's bill got signed off by somebody. We keep on loading our bags. Keep stacking them sats. Aussie Crypto, you know what to do. You can't handle the truth. We are the resistance. Went mushroom hunting earlier and found a bunch of chanterelles, orange mushrooms. Hook me up. I'll be right over for lunch. Facts. I'm hopping on the chopper. Diamond Hands and Laser Eyes. Shout out Chris. What it do? Very sus, BlackRock. What is not sus about BlackRock? Just keep stacking them stats. It's a chance to stack those BitTs.
That 69 3G spot rocket taking off. Everybody knows it's the magic spot. Watch how it goes. When we hit the 69K, we will continue to grow. Let it flow, 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 flow. Magic cosmic fire.
And shout out Dirty. I appreciate that. Full send. We'll full send that one for the Nelk boys. You know how we do. Thank you, Aussie Crypto, Ace. Anyone commenting or reposting the stream, greatly appreciated. We still got a lot to share. I'm about to dive into our next story of the day. We'll be discussing this 200,000 target, according to this analyst. Then RFK Jr.'s pledge of putting 4 million Bitcoin on the United States balance sheet, ultimately in the U.S. Treasury. And we'll also be discussing Michael Saylor's bull scenario, a Bitcoin smashing 49 million per coin. Imagine that. You're a whole coiner. And Bitcoin's worth 49 million. What do you do with your life? Good Lord. 49 million per bit. Controlled oppositions is dirty. BlackRock there, 100%. Larry, now go get me your shine box. Amen. Quoting the high priest of Bitcoin, Max Kaiser, the infamous interview where he tells Larry motherfucking Fink to go get his shine box. Classic. Gotta love Max. How many of you watched Max's presentation over in Nashville? Let me know. I posted it up on my X account. I think it was last night. I did part one. I split it up in 2 parts. It's like a 20-minute speech. So the first 10, 11 minutes is part one. Later after the stream, I'll post part 2 so you guys can all check it out. It's pretty lit. You can also find it up right now already on Bitcoin Magazine channel. Just note, they edited out Max Kaiser's opening rant where he was ultimately chanting to hang the bankers. They edited that out, which is a shame. Decisions, eh? 49 mil, daddy-o. You already know. I've been loving a full moon party again. That's the most potent I've tried. Psilocybin, anyone? Now, the Mario brothers knew what was up with those magical mushrooms that make them go doo-doo-doo and grow, right? Love Max. I dig it. I did his wife is awesome too. Yeah, Stacey Herbert's incredible. They're the best power couple, hands down, in Bitcoin. Max Kaiser, Stacey Herbert. Full moon party strain, that is. 49 milli. Shit. Gallon of milk would be 400 G's. Let's pray it's not. That would be insane. Well, I guess it's a blessing in disguise. You shouldn't be drinking milk. Milk is horrid for the human body. Humans shouldn't be drinking cow milk. We're the only creature that drinks other creatures' milk, if you think of it that way. The healthy milk is going to be the goat milk. I used to live in Costa Rica. The farmers would deliver the goat milk right to your door. Don't get no more lit than that. And if you've ever had goat cheese, it is the greatest. And don't have all the negative side effects all the other dairy has. So if you're looking for milk, goat milk, or get some almond milk. But don't be drinking that cow milk, family. It's not good. But I digress. Market manipulation for sure. We have to go swim with the whales. Smash the likes. Let's go. Yeah, yo. But yeah, let's discuss this 200,000 target. Headline reads, crypto analyst uses historical data to predict when Bitcoin will reach 200 G's, baby. The Bitcoin price has been expected to hit the six-figure mark for a couple of years now, but this target continues to be elusive for the crypto. However, with a crypto bull run predicted by experts to be around the corner, expectations of a six-figure biddy have emerged yet once again. The once crypto analyst particular has taken a step further, predicting the Bitcoin price 200 G's off of the historical data, referring to this Bitcoin power law and exponential decay theory. That's right. In a new post, anonymous crypto analyst Ask32 pointed out a 13-year trend that has held true for Bitcoin since its inception. This trend uses the power law equation and an exponential decay to help pinpoint how high the Bitcoin price will go in each cycle and how low it could possibly drop thereafter. Now, the power law cycle cloud demonstrated by the crypto analysts in a video showed how high the Bitcoin price has risen and dropped in the last three bull and bear cycles. So using the same trend, the analysts proposed how high the Bitcoin price will rise. And according to the trend, the crypto analyst believes that the Bitcoin price will break the six-figure mark and peak just below or at 200,000 per coin. The year when it's expected to happen is 2025, next year, right around the corner, which would stick to the established 4-year bull cycles for the biddy. And just like the trend predicts how high the price will go, it also shows how low it could drop in the bear market following the bull. It predicts that in 2026, the year after hitting the peak at above 200,000, will fall around 57.5% from 200,000 high to a low of $85,000. The analyst further addressed concerns that the Bitcoin price could deviate from this trend. For one, he points out that the Bitcoin proponent, Michael Saylor, had said that all your models will be broken. Shout out to the Giga Chad. However, the analyst highlights that the fact the model Saylor eventually presents for Bitcoin also aligns with that of the power law. The analyst acknowledges the potential of an invalidation, saying, I'll watch for an invalidation of the channel. As someone who has seen the value of the Bitcoin fall by 80% twice, I am looking for more than this time will be different. And as for the Bitcoin moving away from the power law and exponential decay trend, the analysts explain, we don't have to like this, but we need to respect it. He further added, we can hope it'll change while staying aware of this 13-year trend. So there you have it, my friend. Let me know if you feel we will peak out at around that 200,000 mark next year in 2025 and potentially correct roughly 55% all the way back down to 85 G's the following year in 2026. Holla at your boy. And I'm going to read the comments again before we enter our next bullish story, next two stories of the day, final two stories, and then we'll dive into our live Q&A. Oat milk is full of pesticides. Oat milk, eh? Goat milk is the best, and the cheese. I just joined the Discord, says JBZ. Welcome to the Discord family. Milk and sugar is the devil. It truly is. Sugar is the biggest Killer, I think, in the world. You know what I mean? So we got to be aware of that. Nacho keys, nacho cheese. Follow CNA on X. Thank you. And again, shout out to the X fam. Greatly appreciate you guys. You'll notice as soon as you go to my X profile, it'll show I'm live with it pinned at the very top. We already got 20 hearts and 16 reposts. And if you guys can repost with a quote, I will repost you and shout you out. I greatly appreciate it. Shout out to JC Ice baby. Just reposted ya. Family, always appreciate each and every one of your reposts. Showtime, thank you, Jerry Reynolds. I appreciate the comment on the stream. I just reposted the comment. Broski, greatly appreciate it. Same for you, Ace Ventura. But anyways, family, what it do, what's good, what's new. I see we got 900 people on the stream. We're live right now on X, Rumble, and the Tube, and I'm going to be streaming at least for the next hour and 20 minutes. We're also going to be premiering a brand new music video that Chandy created for us in a little bit on the Rumble, so stay tuned. We're in the noodle cycle. Well, welcome, Ammer. Masari, what it do? Chris Robinson, GMO. Yeah, GMO is a real thing, unfortunately. Our food is filled with it. That's why you got to eat as natural and holistic as possible. Grass-fed beef and cow milk are good for you, and it's good for the biddy. I disagree. My research shows you or shows me at least. And again, I don't expect anyone to believe my opinions, because they're just opinions at the end of the day, and I'm wrong, and I'm willing to admit I'm wrong a lot. But I believe I'm right, and I don't believe that milk has any benefits to drinking it. I think it's a mass propaganda campaign that it makes your bones strong. It has a lot of negative side effects, dairy, in your body, and a lot of holistic doctors have done the studies. So, and again, do your own research, do what you feel is best for you, but don't get it twisted. I do eat dairy. I'm far from perfect. My weakness is cheese, and I do love me some cheese. So my refrigerator typically always has cheese, and it's a dairy product and I believe dairy is not really good for you. So I do like alternative yogurt, not made with milk either. There are some really good tasting alternatives. BTFD says, Mr. Bone Daddy, I was late today. JB, couldn't repost till now. All good in the hood, JC. We appreciate you and love you, so thanks for joining us. I love sugar after converted to a cold beer, says Laser Cat. I wish processed sugar would be banned. It would be if they genuinely cared about us, but they not like us. The U.S. government just sold 30,000 Bitcoin days after Trump announced the government would hodl them as a strategic. Well, is that official? I know they moved it, but did they sell it is my question. Because out of the 120,000 Mt. Gox BTC, the government doesn't own that 100,000. It belongs to the investors that had their coins on the exchange. So we got to keep that in mind as well. How do I eat cereal without my milk? There's alternatives, family. I actually had cereal earlier today. Organic cereal, so not that crap. It's like a special cereal without the GMO. But I used almond milk. Almond milk is a great alternative. You don't have to go dairy. And if I get a latte at the barista, I will always get almond milk versus cow milk. So there's one way. Banning things should be banned. Let's ban the ban on banning things, eh? I love cheese too. You're not alone, Shortcoin. I love me my cheese. Supposedly, yeah? Sucks. Finally, some CNA on the road. Shout out BizStack. Water, can't go wrong there. Spindrift as well. What about Johnny Walker? A little Johnny Walker for you. Raw cow milk. Well, I've never had raw cow milk. I'm lactose. Oh, right on. Has anyone tried leche de hombre? I don't think I've had that. Agree, 100% sugar is a sweet poison. Let natural selection figure it out. Straight through. Vitsa soy, brand odor almond, GMO free. Leche de hombre, milk. Right on El Chorizo. But anyways, fam, keep the comments flowing. Keep the comments flowing. I think it depends upon the brand of the almond milk there, fresh. A lot of them have very bad preservatives in it, just like anything else. A lot of them have a lot of sugar added to them, but you can get the natural, brands as well. You have to test. Just like anything else, the majority of them, unfortunately, will be poisoned with sugar added. It's just like anything else. They'll add the poison. Even Mr. Beast, when he launched Feastables, he launched them as the healthy alternative to chocolate, such as Hershey and all the other alternatives, Nestle. And then he changed the formula, and now it's just as bad as all the other brands. You know what I mean? So be careful out there. They're trying to poison you. I think we'd all agree on that one. But anyways, let's dive into our next story of the day. Here's the latest from RFK Jr. Presidential hopeful RFK says his administration will gobble up 4 million of the biddies. Gobble, gobble. Like, let's get it. Independent presidential candidate RFK Jr. wants the U.S. Gov to buy and hodl Bitcoin as a strategic reserve asset. Let me know if you were able to listen to the speech that he gave at the Nashville event. Definitely the highlight, in my opinion. If elected, Kennedy says he'll sign an executive order on his first day in office, directing the U.S. Department of Justice and the Marshal Service to transfer approximately 200,000 BTC in their possession to the Department of Treasury for holding. He also says he'll direct the government to buy more BTC. Quoting him here, on day one as president, I will sign another executive order directing the U.S. Treasury to purchase 550 Bitcoin daily until the U.S. has built a reserve of at least 4 million Bitcoins in a position of dominance that no other country will be able to usurp. Our nation holds approximately 19% of the global gold reserves. This policy will give us about the same proportion of total Bitcoin. The cascading impact of these actions will eventually move Bitcoin to a valuation of hundreds hundreds of trillions of dollars. Can you see $100 trillion market cap for the king crypto? Holla. Kennedy says he'll also sign a third executive order directing the IRS to issue public guidelines that state that all transactions between the US dollar and Bitcoin are unreportable and non-taxable. Music to every Bitcoiner's ears right there. And he's currently polling at around 5% compared to 44% from Trump and 43% from Harris. And also, I like to point out, what are your thoughts on them stockpiling 4 million Bitcoin? Do you think that is something that can actually get done? Like, if he genuinely wanted to do it, do you think the Federal Reserve would allow it? Because according to Max Kaiser, the Federal Reserve runs the show behind the scenes of the United States of America, and they have no government control, meaning they trump the government, and they're going to do what they're going to do. And Bitcoin is an enemy. It's the Achilles heel to the Federal Reserve that prints money out of thin air. And if the Fed allows the U.S. government 4 million Bitcoin to be held as a strategic asset, the rest of the world would start dumping their dollars, and it would ultimately undermine the value of the dollar, and it would go kaput. And then the dollar would be destroyed, and they wouldn't be able to ultimately control the world through the U.S. dollar anymore. So that's why I asked that question. And also, did you realize that once Trump and RFK made this announcement, 2 days later, the United States government just moved that 200,000 Bitcoin? So are they looking to sell it before someone like Trump or RFK Jr. can take office? Let me know your thoughts. Shout out to Man vs. Machine. He wrote, Kamala is an embarrassment to the human race. I second that. If you agree with that, let me know. Greatly appreciate the super family. 100%. Satwise says, I originally supported RFK because he gives us the best chance of avoiding nuclear war. Right on. Man milk, I don't recommend that either. Don't drink the man milk. Hey, JV, in all theory, week of research, not one person I know or they know has any news, received anything from Mt. Gox bankruptcy. All of a sudden, they got $9 billion. Yeah, yo, things that make you go, I think I shared on yesterday's pod, there was like 12 billion in total, but I think I read 40 or 50% will be hodling and not touching the Bitcoin as it's the smart money. So I think a smaller portion of the people are actually going to be selling. Maybe 20%, maybe 30%, but I don't see much more than that. They've been using the Mt. Gox FUD against us every year for the past decade as a way to spread FUD. So I don't trust anything they share. You feel me? My buddy got a Chinese iPhone. He spilled a beer on it and dropped it in the snow, and it still worked. Well, aren't our iPhones waterproof as well? I don't know about beer proof. You got to let me know, yo.
Which one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay. What's the second best? There is no second best.
I'm not saying I'm number one. I'm sorry, I lied. I'm number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
There's no second best crypto asset. There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin, right? The point is, if you have the superior asset, it's going up forever, Laura. Take all.
That's the key right there. The apex predator. I have a feeling the U.S. government is going to ruin the bull run on purpose. Well, that's their goal. Let's see if they can accomplish it, yo. Bring on the Mt. Gox. Well, they haven't been able to stop the bull run all the previous cycles. So keep that in mind. There's nothing they can do to stop it. And if they try to attack it, the more powerful it becomes. So Bitcoin's ultimately indestructible, family. It's all good. AFA BTC, I have one concern. 2 weekends ago, the CME Bitcoin futures gapped up from 58,790. There is a nasty propensity for the CME gaps to get filled. Very good probability there, Greg. I'm glad you pointed that out. We have a CME futures gap at 58.8, which hypothetically means we can potentially continue to drop to fill that gap. We're not that far away right now. Where are we? 6,000 away. So that is always a possibility. My iPhone is Bitcoin proof. Up forever, Laura. 8,000 Bitcoin move from unknown to the unknown. On the unknown of the unknown. He cannot let the FUD get in the way of the biddy. Mt. Gox thing is dirty. I feel it's a money laundering move by the usual suspects. Yeah, and I'm starting to think maybe the hack was an inside job by the government. Because that lady Heather who hacked the billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin is not in prison. She was just at the Nashville event. Things that make you go, Tiger milk. tiger blood, tiger style. People, it gives you wings. Who uses fiat? What do we call them, folk? Bitcoin does not need the politics. That's right. The politicians need the Bitcoin. They need your vote. The Bitcoin blockchain has never been hacked. What are the hacked? Are the exchanges. That's right. Remove all your Bitcoin off the exchanges, family. You nailed it, facts. We call them, yeah. Giraffe milk makes you taller. Well, get me some giraffe milk. I've been 5'6" my whole life. I'm ready to expand. I need to pull me the Biden move. I want to be the Anunnaki JV, like Anunnaki Biden, the taller version that we've seen running around. I had the tiger milk in Mexico. Oh, boy. Been in the bathroom for weeks. Heather hacked the biddy. She hacked Fed's BTC. Well, she's the one, her and her lover hacked Mt. Gox, and then the government confiscated it from the hackers. So it makes you think maybe the hackers are just working for the government and it was a weapon, a way to weaponize Bitcoin. I don't know. Just speculation. I'm not saying that's the theory, but I wouldn't be surprised considering she was just at an event. She's not in jail. So, I mean, what's going on here? If a regular, ordinary person hacked billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin, they'd spend the rest of their life in prison and they just instantly get arrested. So I don't understand what they're doing, is all I'm saying. It's very sus. Very sus. You know what I mean? They not like us. It's very sus. They not like us. Real talk.
Rocket is fueled up, prepare for flight. Rocket up kind of high. Darting.
Shout out Tip Tyler. I appreciate the repost. Like I said earlier, anyone who reposts the live stream with a quote is going to get reposted, and I'll make sure to follow you back. See where it says follow back. I got you, Jack. Tip Tyler. I'm now following you, broski. Shout out Bitstack P. Doing the damn thing with the nips and the JV. I appreciate that, broski. Just reposted ya. I'm also following you as well, broski. And that goes for anyone else throughout the entire stream. I will be streaming at least for another hour. So let's get it. We're about to dive into our feature story of the day. Then we'll do an hour of Q&A. I'm also going to be premiering a new music video for you guys. It's going to be lit. They have 5'5" Wolverine in the Deadpool. Wolverine, it's good. Be like water, my friend. I can't believe someone said man milk, no diddy. Yeah, no man milk, please. No diddy. Why is Biden 6 inches taller? Anunnaki Biden. He's still growing at age 80. Incredible. I want whatever he's eating. See you tomorrow. 63 G's, says Jonathan. That what you're calling for? 63 bounce. Obama ain't like us. You damn straight.
60.
I can see your comments, JC. Some of them probably don't appear because I haven't seen a comment from you in a minute, but the one you just wrote, I see. Bitcoin wallet addresses and their associated IP can be tracked, so tread carefully. If they want you, they will find you. I got my long set 5862 patiently waiting. I'll take a little milk in my bathwater. Whoa. Appreciate you, good brother. Right back at you, Tip Tyler.
9G bound, such a fun time. Rocket up, kind of doing. Sexy rising Bitcoin. We're on the brink, we're feeling fine. Counting down the seconds, it's almost time.
All right, family. Now for our featured story of the day. Michael Saylor, the Giga Chad, predicts Bitcoin hitting $49 million by the year 2045 in his bull scenario. So I'm going to be breaking this down for you, family. Altcoin Daily's Austin Arnold discusses Bitcoin's future price as Saylor boldly says it could hit 3 million even in the worst case scenario. Worst case scenario, 3 million per biddy. Yes, please. So yeah, Saylor's recent bull predictions for the Bitcoin future have captured the attention of the crypto community. Scott Melker, host of the Wolf of Wall Street's pod, recently explored the idea of Bitcoin hitting that 49 million target by 2045 with Altcoin Daily host Austin Arnold. Now, let me know, fam, if you were able to watch Michael Saylor's speech over in Nashville. If you haven't, you can watch it over on the Bitcoin Magazine channel. They've uploaded the majority of the speakers, and it's pretty lit, by the way. So shout out to the Giga Chad. Now, Melker opened the conversation by highlighting that Michael Saylor's startling forecast by 2045. So what is that? 21 years from here, family. The Bitcoin price can be anywhere from 3 million in a worst case scenario to 49 million in a best case scenario, with a mid-range of about 13 million per bitty. Melker remarked on the grandeur of such predictions, emphasizing the market's fascination with the hyperbolic price forecast. Austin Arnold shared his perspective, reflecting on Saylor's reputation as a highly knowledgeable figure in tech and crypto. Arnold stressed that Saylor backs his predictions with data, asserting the Bitcoin reaching 13 million per coin is not a matter of if, but when. Let me know if you agree. He pointed out that the devaluation of fiat currencies, particularly the US dollar, is inevitable, driving Bitcoin's value up in comparison. Arnold noted that the alarming statistic that 40% of all USD ever printed occurred in the last 4 years. That's mind-boggling, underscoring the government's tendency to print more money to sustain markets. This fiscal irresponsibility, he argued, positions Bitcoin to rise significantly. That's right, folks. Bitcoin has no top because fiat has no bottom. And no matter how many times they lie to you saying, we have inflation under control, meanwhile, they're 35 trillion in debt and guaranteed to continue to print. And you can't print your way out of the debt. So what is that going to do? It's going to make the dollar worthless. Your purchasing power is mathematically guaranteed to continue to decrease as they continue to print, and vice versa. Your purchasing power in Bitcoin is mathematically guaranteed to increase as they continue to print. And that's all you need to know. Save in the Bitcoin, fam. Melker then mentioned other significant predictions, such as Cathie Wood's forecast of Bitcoin reaching a milli by 2030. In fact, she even upped that more recently. I believe the new target is as high as 3.8 million by 2030, according to Cathie Wood, as I've covered here in the pod. Arnold responded by sharing his belief that Bitcoin could hit 500,000 per coin within the next decade, aligning its market cap with that of gold, which is currently just north of 16 trillion. Now, he suggested if Bitcoin were to reach the 1 million mark, it would indicate severe macroeconomic issues. So there you have it. I mean, $500,000 Bitcoin can potentially happen by this time next year. I'm just going to throw it out there. Don't got to take 5 years for that to come to fruition. This bull run is just getting started. We just had a halving on April 19th. We typically run parabolic up to 19 months preceding the halving. So if history is to rhyme or repeat, then next year we'll hit our cycle peak somewhere in the six-figure range. It could be 100,000 and maybe 200,000. It could be as high as 700,000. We really don't know. Again, Bitcoin has no top because fiat has no bottom. Now, in 21 years, I mean, it's hard to predict what will even happen the following year. But 21 years from now, can you potentially see a worst-case scenario of a $3 million Bitcoin price? Can you see the 12 million target, or as high as the bull scenario at 49 million per coin? I can totally see it, especially if the US dollar gets hyperinflated. Then the more likely we get those outrageous price predictions coming into fruition. If you think of it that way, just like Jurien Timmer of Fidelity predicted Bitcoin hitting $1 billion per coin, would it be 1 billion per coin by the year 2038? Because he says after Bitcoin hits 10 million, the dollar is going to be hyperinflated so bad, the dollar purchasing power of the dollar is going to be worthless. And that's when we can have those crazy predictions come into fruition. You know, the 20, 30, 50, 100 million per coin. Anything's possible, family. Let me know your thoughts, and welcome to the Q&A segment of the live stream. We love JV here in Amsterdam. Right back at you, bro. I can't wait to revisit Amsterdam, one of my favorite cities on the planet, brother. Man versus machine, holla. This bull run top, 140,000 for the biddy. And do you think we'll hit the top this year, next year, Dirty? Let me know. Preceding means, oh, did I say preceding before? What should I say then? Is it proceeding? I say preceding, my apologies. How many years before the Bitcoin hits 100 G's? I think we're going to hit 100 G's this year in 2024. Let me know if you agree or disagree. Better load up on the biddy juice. Send me the biddy juice. In fact, hook it up to my veins. You can see my veins very clearly. Get that biddy juice directly in there, family. Where's my sister Chandy? Where's Chandy at? I'm sure she'll be here, fam. Maybe she's running a little late today. We're about to premiere her new music video here shortly when we switch it over to the Rumble. Let's live till 2038. I want a Lambo now. Patience is virtuous. What up, Aimer? Plug into the CNA Discord. Thank you, Discord. Bitcoiners vote RFK. We will have tax-free biddies as a currency on January 20th of 2025. Tax-free biddies? Yes, please. 100K 2024, right on stat-wise. Following works. Okay, following. There you go. I don't know why then I always say proceeding. I think 2025, Bitcoin, Bitstamp Daily, massive cup and handle. November 2021 through today, the CNH has a very high probability of playing out. The measured move, 225,000, all before end of the year. JV, what do you think should have Trump said? He would never sell the Bitcoin and should have kept that to himself before now they're selling. Honestly speaking, they weaponized it against them 100%. So, but who knows? I don't think it's just because of Trump. It could have been because of RFK, but clearly Trump has a greater chance of winning as a president. And I think the Democrats are scared and they're like, let's get like the central bankers who run the world and print the money are probably like, Joe, Kamala, whoever is in charge, get rid of this ish now before we have some problems. And that's what I think go down. So I think right after the event, a higher up that works for the central banking cartels probably contacted like Gensler or Warren or whomever, Miss Yellen, Biden, Kamala, whoever is running the show and who we really know is running the show, to dump that ish. 100% believe that. Moving to El Salvador gives you tax-free biddies. I guess it depends. You got to define that a little cleaner for me. Depends if you get your citizenship. I mean, there's ways you can visit as a guest and live there, but I think it's a bit more complex than that. I know Bitcoin City is tax-free, but Bitcoin City is still being built out. So JB, yes, I agree, says Short Coin. They ain't hurting nobody but themselves. Some say crypto nerds at Starbucks said Solana outperformed Bitcoin the last 18 months. Is that true? I don't know. I don't really pay too much attention to Solana. It's a possibility. However, let's talk about Bitcoin since its inception, how it's outperformed every other asset to ever exist in human history. If you want to make a case for the biddy over the past 15 years. How much we up? 64 million %? Bitcoin's only up 64 million % since the Genesis block on January 3rd of 2009. Take that for what it's worth. I know who's running the show. Thank you, Mohammed. It is hot in El Salvador. It's getting hot in here. So take off all your clothes. I am getting so hot, I want to take my clothes off. Y'all remember that Nelly track? Trump on day one. Gary, you're fired. They need to televise that event. That'll have the best ratings we have ever seen. The Apprentice, eat your heart out. We'll call the entire show Firing Gary Gensler. You're fired, Gary. Hit the road, Jack. J. Powell says the rate cuts could happen as soon as September. Well, I tell you, I believe nothing J. Powell says. He works for the enemy. Gary, you're fired. Amen. You're fired, Gary. Adios, amiga.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
It's the 10 Sats Commandments. Came into this game and it made me an animal.
I've been to Guatemala, El Salvador's neighbor. I call the trip Operation Swamp Arse. Oh, Bitcoin since inception. Oh, Devon loves that song. Nice. It's only up about 500 million %. Oh, that's it? 500 million %? That's all. I couldn't live next to an active volcano. Mr. T, Kamala would identify as a Martian. It is meant more for power and money. Lost my keys at a Trump rally. Shucks. Bitcoin will pump after the Gary gets fired. Sadly, 99% of the country doesn't know who Gary Gensler even is. This is true. People are clueless, right? Volcan de Fuego erupted when I was there, just a few miles away. Oh, wow. Wild, yo. No taxes on tips under Trump. I identify that my biddies are tips. Gary with a silent R. Gar. The combination made my funds bleed. That's right, Sammy G. Anyone running a Bitcoin node that has not been updated in a while, especially very old versions, should update ASAP. A bunch of disclosure, old bugs about to go live. Good to know, JBZ. If you're running a node, update that mofo with the quickness. F. Kamala Harris says Bitcoin surge. Can I get a hashtag FKH? Let's get that trending. Let's go. I saw Trump destroy a reporter that tried to pull the race card on him. That was pretty lit. I watched it earlier before I went live. They're like, ultimately, being you're the most racist president we have ever had. And Trump's like, hey, is that how we open this conversation? Know how you doing? And you're just going to hit me with the race card? And then just destroyed her. It was pretty lit. What's the second best crypto asset? There is no second best, Jacob. There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin. It's going up forever, Laura. It was like January 2015, 2016, years ago. I also went to, where was it? Next to freaking Costa Rica, Nicaragua. I went to Ometepe. It's like an island off Nicaragua. And there's also a very lit volcano. It's like famous for this volcano. Is also very active. When that blows, watch out. Active volcanoes are no joke. I understand what you're saying. Costa Rica has a lot of active volcanoes as well. You know what I mean? I lost my Bitcoin when the Trump shooter missed and hit my cold storage. Damn you, Trump shooter. You destroyed Muhammad's wallet. Now he's screwed. He has no biddy. No silent R. That would be gar. Gar. Matey. Shipmates. Pirates. Mermaids. Nodes run versions retention. If you don't update the code across all the nodes, we'll ignore the participation. Good to note. Assign me a president, please. I'll make everything pump. You're the new president, Amar, of the United States of America. Can't believe you have to show ID to drink, gamble, fly, but not to vote. Are you serious? So anyone can vote? Nipsey too? Who's Nipsey voting for? Top dog. Spike from Tom and Jerry. He's a fan. I lost my Bitcoin in a volcano accident. Damn, you too. Alan Greenspan is alive at 98. The old Fed head. These crooks just won't die. They not like us. They not like us. But here's what we're going to do, fam. Shout out to everyone on the stream. We got over 1,300 people here. So first and foremost, give it up for yourselves for holding it down. But I'm going to end the poll. Let's see who you guys voted for your next president of the United States of America. I'm going to read that result out loud to you. It should be showing up here in the chat. Here we go. 2024 U.S. president will be 72% of you say Trump. 11% of you say Harris. 8% of you say RFK Jr. 7% of you say maybe Big Mike or a wild card. And that was out of 230 votes. So clearly Trump, the dominant winner out of our audience. But there you have it. But here's what we're going to do. If you're on the YouTube, you ain't got to go home, but head on over to the Rumble at rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net. We're going to end the YouTube stream and continue with the uncensored extended version of the pod. Also premiere a brand new music video with you here in a minute. But head on over to rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net. Again, it's rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net. The YouTube stream should be finishing up any moment. We'll switch it out to the Rumble.